So I put my pool stick down, and he gets up, bumps my head nose to nose, chest to chest, gets up in my face. I kind of giggle and laugh. Like, what the hell is going on right now? And just kind of move him away from me and turn my back, and boom, next thing you know, I'm locked up.
Slow down. Alright. Before we get started, let you know that this room is audio and video recorded. Okay, so you once we leave, you guys discuss anything, just so you know, it is audio and being recorded. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Before you and I have our conversation, because my partner, unfortunately, he has to leave, he's going to help me out. He's going to show you a lineup. Alright, and we'll go from there. Okay? Also, he's going to have you sign a couple of medical release forms. So,
Okay. We won't be signing medical release forms. I did print out a copy of the hospital records if you'd like those.
So you will not be allowing me to go to see his records?
No, sir.
Okay.
As I said, I can give you a copy of his hospital records, but we're not going to issue any releases or authorizations at this time.
Okay. That's fine. Forget about it. They're not going to sign release on that. No, I won't need that. I'll take those copies. Is that for me, or do I need to make copies?
No, this is for you.
And what exactly is this?
These are the records from Broward Health.
Broward Health.
Yep.
All right. Are you going to be able to tell me where else did you go?
I'm sorry?
Where else did you go to seek medical attention?
What's the purpose of the interview today?
Well, to do a couple of things, to get his side of the story, because I've been trying to get a hold of him, and all of this came about, and then all of a sudden you came into the picture.
Sure.
So the things to see if you could identify the suspect.
Okay.
Also give me your rendition of what transpired, and then I have a few more questions in regards to the day.
Okay.
All right.
So that doesn't really get into his medical treatment up to this point. So
No,
we'll answer all those questions.
That's fine, but part of the case is in regards to if it meets the criteria of a misdemeanor or a felony.
Okay.
So that's the reason of the medical.
I understand.
Relax. All right.
For what it's worth, we're still waiting on various things.
That's fine.
We'll see what the questions are, and we'll take them step by step.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Thank you.
I got to step out for this part. In regards to this Detective Copeland, he knows nothing about the case.
Your case?
Yes, sir.
So I'll step out and be right back.
No problem.
In a moment, I'm going to show you a series of photographs. The person who committed this crime may or may not be included in this photo. Don't feel that you need to pick somebody out just to pick somebody out. Okay, if you don't recognize them, don't just pick a picture. Understand that I don't know who he is, so I can't help you if I wanted to. The photographs will be displayed one at a time in random order. It is important to clear innocent persons from suspicion as well as identify guilty parties. Understand that the investigation will continue whether or not you make a positive identification in this lineup. Even if you make an identification as procedure, I still have to show you all 6 photos. So if it's first subject and you say, yes, that's him, there's 6 photos total, I have to show you the other 5 as well.
Okay. Well, there was one that hit me, and there was one that held me.
Right, but there's only going to be one subject in the lineup. He can't put multiple subjects in one lineup. It sort of defeats the whole purpose of the line. So if there's a second subject that he potentially has
He's just
ID,
asking you if you recognize any one of these people as the assailant.
Right. If you
But
don't,
there's 2 technically.
Understood.
Okay.
right, but he has to be able to get a photo of both parties. So I don't know anything about his case. That's why I'm showing it to you.
Yes, sir.
So I can't bias.
I'll follow directions.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's why I'm here, because I don't know about it and I can't help you. So his defense attorney can't say, oh, look, you led him to this picture.
Fair enough.
Individuals depicted in photos may not appear exactly in the date of the incident because features such as head and facial hair are subject to change. Photographs may not always be in the true complexion. We have to use the photographs that are available to us. It may be a little bit older, it may be a DL picture, it may be a jail picture, it may be wherever we can get the pictures from. So it may be a little bit different. So concentrate on eyes, nose, mouth, because that never changes.
Sure.
Okay. Take as much time as you need to look at each one. After you examine each photograph, I'm going to ask you, is this the person you witnessed as being this perpetrator? Take your time answering the question. If you say yes, I'm going to have you circle it, sign it, and date it.
Okay.
As being the person you chose, okay? I need you to print your name there. You understood those directions that I just read them to you. Print here, and then that's signing it right below it. And today's date is the
19th.
11/19th, and it's like 11:13 PM.
AM.
AM, sorry. It's been a long week.
I hear you.
11/19.
I'm sure next week's going to be a long one for you guys too.
Is that today only Tuesday?
Yes.
Yep. 11/19. I'm sorry, 11:13 AM. And then sign from right there, and that's just, and I'll make you guys a copy of this.
Thank you.
I dated it for you.
No, that's fine. Not a big deal. And you can always come back to them too.
I'm just curious, do we know how tall they are?
I don't know anything about your case at all. I can't.
He's
So
asking
these-
you to look at the pictures
Right,
there again.
yeah,
If you recognize them, you
All right,
say
you
yes.
go.
If you don't, you
We'll
say
leave it
no.
there.
I gotta come back to them. I can show you one at a time, okay? But we can come back as many times as you need.
Mhm.
Ready?
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Go back through them.
Mhm. This looks like the guy that helped me. He was the one behind me.
Okay. Do you want me to set this aside
Yeah.
and come back to it?
Mm-hmm. Skip.
No?
Skip. Skip.
This one.
Skip. Depending on how tall, it was either him or him. This guy or that guy. Tall, there was a short, skinny guy. He looks a lot like him. If I had to pick one between the other, it'd be him.
Let me ask you this. In a court of law, how sure are you? You can't tell me multiple pictures because it's going to be one picture of the potential.
We're talking about the guy that was punching me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this one, you're saying you think.
That's the guy that was behind me.
So
Now, there was a little scrawny dude in front of me.
who do you think hit you? And how sure are you?
I mean, if you're telling me that one of these pictures is one of the guys, let me see that one.
He's not telling you anything,
Yeah, I
Eric.
can't-
He's asking you.
I
is one of
can't-
these
Looks a
the
lot
guy?
like that guy.
Okay. So
But if that guy's over 5'10", then it's not.
I don't know their heights. I can't.
I'm just telling you.
You're fighting the process here, Eric.
So just.
You're looking at a picture of a face. That's all you have to go on.
Right.
It's either I know the guy, that's the guy, or I'm not sure, I can't tell you.
I'm not sure. I can't tell you.
Okay. How about this one?
No, I can't. I'm not sure. I can't tell you on any of them.
On any of them?
Nope.
All right. I'll let them know.
Because there's only one guy that punched me, and he's a little dude. Looks like him. If I had to pick one, I told you I would pick him.
And what percentage are you one out of?
Is his name like Ohm?
Sir, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm sorry?
What do I do then? I mean, if I had to pick, it would be him. He looks pretty similar.
Okay.
I'm not sure, so.
I need you to take a breath,
Yeah.
okay?
Mhm.
You have to understand what's going on right now.
Okay, try.
The detective here has no idea what happened to you,
Sure.
where it took place, when it took place, who was involved, how many people. He knows nothing about it. He's been insulated from the investigation.
That's to protect you as well as everybody else, because I can't bias you to pick any specific photo.
So we're not playing a game of 20 questions where you get to say how tall is he, how much does he weigh, what's his name, anything like that. He has no idea and he can't tell you that information.
Can't tell me anything.
You're supposed to sit here, look at the pictures like a game of memory
Right.
and say, yeah, that's the guy, or I don't know. If you don't know,
You don't know.
you don't know, and they'll have to figure out the information other ways. If you do know, if you say, I'm reasonably certain,
Right.
then let's try and quantify that. Are we talking 99% sure, 50% sure, somewhere in between that? But that's a call you have to make, and we can't do that for you with any
Can't help you with
information.
that.
That's him.
Okay. Do me a favor, circle it. Put today's date, 11/19/2024, and how sure you are. And percentage, how sure you are.
Percentage?
Yeah, 1 through 100. I'll go Detective Cordero, and I think he's going to get a statement from you.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate
you're welcome.
Thank you. Sorry about the difficulty.
No, that's fine. Not a big deal.
Just stay
Relax.
calm, relax, listen to what they're asking you, listen to what they're saying, and respond.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, apparently he had the second lineup. All right,
Okay.
same spiel as what we just went over. Okay, same directions, one at a time. This is supposedly the second person that was involved. Okay, so print your name there.
See about doing a better job this time.
That's fine. Like I said, I know nothing about this case, so
Oh, got it. I understand.
11:19, and today's time is 11:22 a.m. You can come back to him as well if you want.
Yeah, definitely not that one. You can keep that one close by. No. No.
You remember what I said about the complexions, because these are black and white photos.
I understand. I just know the size of the guy.
Well,
So unless they change tremendously, these guys.
remember what I said, some of
big
these
ass
photos
guys.
may be a little bit older too, so he may have gained or lost weight.
Look at facial features,
Right.
the eyes.
I didn't. I mean, he had my back, so it's tough. I got a very. I mean, it was like a blur. The whole thing was a blur.
Okay.
So
Well, do your best.
yeah, no. No, it's. He's got a tattoo. Do you mind?
This one?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. Same thing, circle. Today's date, sign, and house shirt.
19.
Yes, sir.
The following sworn statement is being taken by Detective Cordero, CCN 9535 of the Broward Sheriff's Office. This statement is being taken in reference to case number 11-2410-003809, offensive battery, which occurred at establishment called Play by Play. This statement will be taken from the victim, Whitecamp. Mr. Whitecamp, do you understand I'm a law enforcement officer, and as such, I'm entitled to take sworn statements?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you please raise your hand? Let the record reflect that Mr. Whitecamp's right hand is in the upright position. Do you solemnly swear the statement that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, please put your hand down. Also, for the record, I need to let it be known that Mr. Whitecamp's attorney is present, Mr. Howard Weitzner. That's Weitzner. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Okay. And then you know that obviously now that you're sworn in, you know that anything that you say obviously has to be the truth. If not, you will be charged with perjury. Do you know what perjury is?
Of course.
Okay, what is perjury in your definition?
Perjury, by definition, is to lie in the court of law.
Okay, basically on the oath, correct? Okay. All right, so Mr. Whiteman, I want to bring your attention to the 12th of October of this year. Do you recall that date?
The 12th, yes.
Yes, okay. Can you basically break it down? What transpired? Where were you? And what kind of environment was it that you were in?
Thank you.
I left my house shortly before 1 o'clock. Close by is a bar, easy to get to, easy to get home, has decent quality pool tables, and I like the bar staff. Other than that, I usually go there by myself, so the place was play-by-play. I also frequently shop at their liquor store, because it's close by. So I'm a regular there.
You said 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock what, in the afternoon? 1 o'clock
AM, sir.
AM, okay.
Yeah, I worked all day long, and
Eric, just answer the questions he's asking you, okay?
just want to get out. So I went to play-by-play.
Mhm.
Ordered a drink, got some quarters, and put my pool stick together, and started a racket table by myself. Steps on my shoulder is a acquaintance I hadn't seen in a long time. We began to play. Everything went well. Good to see old friends type thing. Then another couple towards the end of the night invited us to play one last game. We were nearly finished with that game. as we were, which is not normal. I've never seen this before. They start ringing this bell real loud, about 15 minutes to 2, telling everybody last call. So I closed my tab out. I think I had probably a total of 2 drinks the whole night. One of them got thrown out on accident. Anyways, we're finishing up our game, and the guy that ended up hitting me, who's known as being a regular punk, just came up and said, we got to leave, just like that. And they just called last call. So I wasn't even the first one to say, what are you talking about? One of the other people that was playing was, I concurred with them, like, hey, our game is almost done. We're out of here. It's not even 2 o'clock. There's 30 people in the bar. Anyways, I said, can we just finish our game? No, get out. You all got to get out. I'm tired. I'm in a bad mood. Get out. So I'm like, what is going on? So just let us finish our game. I was about to get a manager, and he throws the balls all over the table. So I put my pool stick down, and he gets up, bumps my head nose to nose, chest to chest, gets up in my face. I kind of giggle and laugh, like, what the hell is going on right now? And just kind of move him away from me and turn my back, and boom, next thing you know, I'm locked up.
Slow down. I want to go back to this acquaintance. Who's this acquaintance?
His name is Patar.
Okay, how do you know Patar?
He used to be a bartender, Houston's. Him and his roommate. I was good friends with him for a while. Well, good friends, but we were good acquaintances. We were aligned in a lot of things. And I went to Houston's a lot. And so we became friends. They used to come out on the boat with me. This is years back. And then we just lost track of each other.
Okay, so you guys didn't meet up there. Just so happened that you were there and he was there as well.
It was as random as could possibly be.
Okay. Now, fast forward. So you said what time roughly you think it was when they called last call?
About 1:45.
All right.
Typical time.
All right. Okay, so
they don't normally keep ringing the bell real loud,
right.
But sorry to get you off.
It's all right. Okay, so the last conversation that you and I had in regards to the confrontation, and this was over the phone, you had told him that he came up and approached you, and then when he came up and approached you, that's when you pushed him away. Again,
I was caught off guard. I had just hung up with a client when you called me. You caught me and started just kind of, I felt almost attacked, I'm not going to lie, and I was nervous, and I feel my words were misinterpreted.
Okay, I don't know how you can misinterpret when the words are coming out.
All I did was come out of my mouth properly.
Right, I understand, but and that's fine. And this is the complication that I've had with you from the beginning, is that I'm trying to get information from you, and it seems that I'm the one getting resistance from you, not the other way around.
I respect where you're coming from, sir.
So okay, so he starts ringing the bell. Do you remember the guy's name?
It's weird. Home,
okay.
Something like that. He was the one ringing the bell. He was the one that kicked us off the table.
Okay, so you guys he comes face to face. You push him off. He starts hitting you. Then what happened from there?
Well, hold on. Did you push him off?
No, I did not push him off. I simply removed him. And I laughed. I would just put my arm up and just removed him from being that close to me. And that's when I was locked up from behind. What I didn't realize, and I'm kicking myself for, is I had the pool table against my back, but he turned me. He knew the guy was coming up behind me. So he got up in my face, gradually turned me around to where when I removed him and created space between us, just like, what is going on here? That's when somebody came and locked me up from the backside.
All right, so this is the pool table here, right?
Yeah,
you're on one side.
I'm on your side.
That's the question
Okay,
before
yeah.
you start talking.
Okay, yes, sir.
So basically, I'm going to kind of so this is you, right? You're here.
At the moment, yeah.
This is the pool table, and the person grabbed it from this side of the table.
Nah,
So he turned your body around.
So your back is this is pool table.
Right.
Your back. He moved in this direction, causing me to turn
this way.
and that's when I got locked up.
All right. How did you get locked up?
Somebody came from behind me and grabbed me and locked up my arms.
Grabbed your arms. Okay. Now, did you? Because you had mentioned, because you all over the place with me the last time you and I had this conversation. You said that you possibly maybe have gotten hit by a cue stick.
I'm quite certain I did. I was told I was.
Okay, you told me you physically didn't see anyone swing a cue stick.
I was locked down, being beaten by 5 people. So no, sir, I didn't see much.
Okay, and that's fine. All right. So then what happened? So then, because
I never resisted.
Okay.
And finally, Jesse, the tall bartender, came out from behind the bar, screamed, yelled at everybody that this is her bar. Enough. Get away from him. Get out of my bar.
So okay, but let's.
And that's when they let go of me.
Before we get to Jesse, okay. So you being held back, you being struck by
several people.
By several people. Okay. All right. So then
5, from what I'm told.
Okay, and you're being told by who?
Some of the witnesses.
And who are these witnesses?
Well, Qatar was there with 2 other people that were sitting at the bar. I don't have their names yet.
Okay.
But they may come forward. I'm going to try to see if they will. They'll be hugely helpful because they watch the whole thing.
All right.
But we haven't had a chance to speak to them yet. Not even me.
We'll get to that in a moment here.
Okay.
So Jessie comes out of the bar and she breaks. Everything's already broken up at this point.
No, she comes behind the bar and gets them to release me. I go and move behind Jesse.
Okay, and then what?
Everybody scattered. I walked out the front. I grabbed my stuff and left.
Okay, and you left. Okay,
and then I went and when I went out, I sat in my car for a minute. I recorded a video of what just happened. And then I went around and I took everybody's license plate. The cars were in the driveway, front and back.
So what video exactly is it that you recorded?
It's on my phone somewhere. But I took pictures of what my eye looked like the next day, black and blue.
So then I'm gonna need to see the video, okay, to see what exactly.
I filmed it to be helpful.
Okay.
It will go through Howard, of course.
That's fine. You know, I also informed that you took a bunch of pictures of people's tags.
Well, I just said I took. I didn't take. I just.
You didn't say anything about tags right now.
I did. Yeah, I did. I just walked around and said I video recorded. I took a video recorded, and I went around and I took a video of every license plate in the parking lot.
All right. Well, where are those tags at now?
The videos are on my phone somewhere, not this phone. That's my other phone.
So you didn't take pictures; you took video of the tags.
It's a video. I just walked and just videoed the cars.
Okay, and then from there, what did you do from there?
I went home.
All right. So here's my question: if that's the case, why didn't you call 911 and have us respond to the scene? Because if you had time to get outside and take video, then you had time to call 911.
I don't know. I can't answer that. You know, I wanted to get the hell out of there. You know, I wanted the plates. I wanted to get home. I wasn't feeling well. You know, I could feel like I'm strong. I've got willpower. I knew I just needed to get home. As soon as I was home, I would be safe. When I got home, I got dizzy. I say, you know, I could have been slipped a Mickey. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is I came home and I was like, what the hell? I left for 45 minutes. What just happened? And next thing you know, I passed out.
Okay, so then you end up going to the hospital like almost 15 plus hours after the fact.
That's when I woke. That's how long I slept.
Okay, so you slept for 15 hours and then you got up and you went to the hospital.
A little short of. You know, I made a couple phone calls and.
Okay. I guess what I'm kind of my question is I don't understand why didn't you just call us on the scene, because a lot of this could have been resolved the day of the incident. Okay, so now I'm playing catch up now, right?
Sure.
Playing catch up with you because, like I said, sometimes trying to get a hold of you is really complicated. Now I gotta have an attorney that I have to deal with before I even speak to you. So, and your attorney prior to going on record, you guys said you're not gonna sign release records to me, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then this is what I'm gonna need. Obviously, down the road, I'm gonna need this video. So I can see what tags were there, so who's present, to see who's willing to come forward and speak, okay, in regards to this incident, which seems to be the biggest obstacle in this case right now, is that people are not returning calls and people are not answering my calls to see what they saw, what they didn't see. Okay, that's an issue. Okay, is there anything else that you want to add to this that I did not ask you?
I don't think there should be, Eric. You pretty much told him the story.
I mean, I can't think of anything.
All right, so in synopsis, basically, you play pool, the guy's on the last call, he comes in, slams the balls on the table, he gets to your face, you brush him off, you get held, right? And this is when this individual attacks you, correct? Alright, now you said that you heard that somebody possibly hit you with the cue stick.
I felt it.
Okay. So the only reason
I just didn't know if it was a fist or a cue stick.
I got you, and that's fine. I mean, obviously with all the chaos going on.
They hit me several times, like in the leg too, beating on my leg.
But there's only 2 people that you feel that were actually involved.
No, actually.
You know about 2 people. The guy who
I
hit you
know
and the
who
guy
hit
who
me with
hit
a
you.
bull stick.
I'm sorry?
I know who hit me with a bull stick.
Okay.
But you just say you didn't see who just hit you with the cue stick.
I didn't say. See, this is why I'm happening here. I did not say
Did
that.
he not just finish saying that he did not see? Okay, stop.
You did.
Okay, stop. This is what I need.
You asked me if I saw the guy behind me.
Eric,
Stop
let
talking.
me finish.
Okay.
Okay, you have an attorney here for a reason. Okay, I asked you, did you see anyone? You said no. Someone told me. That's what you first started. You said your head was down and you felt that you got hit by a cue stick, but you're not sure that you got hit by a cue stick. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is where the issue has been lying. Is that every time I get a story from, and mind you, I've only spoken to your client a handful of times, and there's always some form of resistance on this part. You say that that you feel that I'm not trying to do anything on your behalf. You have no idea what I've been going through in regards to this case. To get information is like pulling teeth.
I'm trying to help.
Okay.
Don't talk.
So,
Yes, sir.
with that being said, I have no other questions. Okay, if I do have other questions, which I foresee coming down the road, I will contact you,
That'll be fine.
and we will make arrangements to either come back here or we'll figure something out.
And so we're clear off, Detective Cordero.
Mm.
We appreciate that you're having a troubling investigation and that it took a little bit of time to get off the ground, but you do have to understand that Mr. Whitecamp has been the victim here.
Mhm.
He was injured. The tone that you're taking with him, while I understand your frustration, can come across a little intimidating. So
Well,
perhaps
I'm just trying to get the facts.
I
Is
understand
what
you're
I'm
trying to get the facts and trying to do your job, but we can do it less antagonistically.
I don't feel I'm being antagonistic at all.
I do.
Feel, and that's fine. That's all preference, right? That's all interpretation.
We're here voluntarily, we're here to help you out.
Absolutely. Well, I will hope you come here voluntarily. If he's my victim, I mean, it's very rare that a victim comes with an attorney present.
We're trying to help you out.
You
I'm
know?
just here to help Eric because, as I said, he's been.
Information on.
That's not accurate. I just gave you the hospital records.
But that's what I just asked you in regard. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm done with my questioning, and this will conclude this statement.
Have a great day.
You guys have a good one. I'll escort you out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got all your stuff?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a card so that I can email you or upload it to the portal the video?
Yeah, I'll give you a card. So you can... Final sworn statement is being taken by Detective Pete Cordero, CCN 9535 of the Broward Sheriff's Office. This statement is being taken in reference to case number 11-2410-003809, offense of battery. This statement is being taken from, but do you understand I'm a law enforcement officer and as such I'm empowered to take sworn statements?
Yes.
Okay. Can you please raise your hand? Let the record reflect that Mr. Lambert's right hand is in the upright position. Do you solemnly swear that the statement that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, please place your hand down. You do understand what perjury is, correct?
Correct.
Okay, what's your definition of what perjury is?
Lying, either
Okay.
to a law enforcement officer or a...
Under oath.
Under oath, correct.
Okay, now you have been officially sworn in, okay? All right, Mr. Lambert, just for the record, once again, can you please state your full name, date of birth, home address, and place of employment?
Place of employment is Chimera Enterprises, GBA play-by-play.
Okay. Now, I want to bring your attention back to the 12th of October of this year in regards to an incident that transpired at the bar, correct?
Yes,
All right. Were you present that day?
I was there, yes.
Okay. Obviously, this whole case is in regards to a incident that occurred in the bar.
Correct.
Okay. In your words, what exactly did you see and observe?
Okay, so I was so we have a liquor store and a bar. I was in the liquor store when I started hearing people scream with some commotion. Went out there. I was also with one of my other employees. We both went out there, see what was going on. By the time, right when we got out there, both gentlemen were being pulled apart by both sides of the group, and it was just literally from the, like, seconds after he heard anything, any commotion happening, ran out to the thing, and so it did not see the beginning altercation, but in the amount of time there was literally, both parties got pulled apart within, I'd say, 10, 20 seconds.
Okay. Now, it's my understanding, in regard, while I'm conducting this investigation, I guess there's an individual by the name of Mike that was involved in this.
Mhm.
And I guess he's the one that I guess was separating. He was part of the separation.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember who he was separating?
He pulled the one gentleman off, and then the guy, it goes by age, was pulled off by Lamar, and there's a couple of people that pulled him off. But,
Okay. But you yourself did not witness who initiated the
I did not see an issue.
the physical altercation. But now here's my question. So, doing what do you think led up to this physical altercation?
Well, they were kicking everyone out. It was after 2 o'clock. We closed at 2.
Okay.
It was after 2. They were screaming, to get everyone, get out, get your stuff, everyone get out.
Okay.
So usually, everyone ends up leaving.
All right.
So, I'm not sure what the full altercation, just from what I was told of what happened,
Mhm.
but from the full altercation, he was there. He was already supposed to have left, but he wasn't leaving at that point.
Okay. So then, what was your understanding of what was been told to you in regards to what happened when Age, because I guess he had some type of megaphone or something that's telling everybody to leave or something.
Yeah, he's just loud in general too. But
Okay.
so he went. The guy was still playing pool. He's like, "No, you got to go." I think it was on 2:20 at this time. He's like, "No, you got to go. You can't finish the game. You got to go." And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna go." So he's just like, "No, you got to go." To throw the balls into the pockets. He's like, "No, you're done. The game's over. You got to go."
Okay.
And that's what I heard. What led to, from everyone telling me, led to the gentleman pushing Age, and then Age hitting him, and then from that's around the time we were coming out, because they were literally pulled apart within. From what I told me, like, it was just like he pushed, he punched, and then literally they were broken apart like instantly.
And I guess and this is where I'm having the issue, because every person that's come forward, including yourself, no one's seen that aspect of Age coming up and approaching this individual. Now the story seems to be the same line, that Age was telling everyone to leave. He goes up to the pool table, clears the pool table out, and then from there is like, oh, I saw this after the fact. Who do we know that was actually there, that actually physically saw this individual pushing? Because everything right now is just secondhand from everyone that I'm dealing with. So I've been trying to get a hold of whoever Mike is, and I'm trying to get a hold of Age, and neither one of them have responded to my phone call.
Well, I know Age had a couple people with him that would have been seeing the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar was there. I'm trying to think who was.
Lamar, that's another individual, because Lamar apparently was the one that held Age back. I just heard about Lamar recently, and I need to find out his phone number if you have it. If you could.
I know he's not. He's a customer, but he's not.
Oh.
He's a regular, but.
Alright, so, if you could pass him my information so you could contact me so that I could hear this side of the story, because like I said, it seems that everyone that I've interviewed on one side seems to have come in after the fact. So everybody that's come in is already just seeing them separated. No one's actually, it's all third-hand information that I'm getting on this side, what I need is to see if there are any witnesses to corroborate that Age came, pulled the pool tables, and this is what happened. So right now I do have one witness that obviously is just telling a completely different story, obviously I'm waiting for everybody on this side, with you guys at the bar. So I still need to get a hold of this Lamar guy, I still need to get a hold of Mike, and I still need to get a hold of Age.
Yeah. I do know, one of the things I do know, because he said they'll see you at Cheers when he was leaving to Age, the gentleman. So I don't know if he went to Cheers. I'm guessing that's probably went, because a bunch of people
so he knows that. Who goes to Cheers all the time? Age?
The other guy said, "I'll see you at Cheers." That's okay, because he went around, he took pictures of everyone's car. It was a little creepy what happened.
Yeah, that's what I kind of.
One of the customers is a regular, nothing to do with the older gentleman, and he's like, "Why is that guy taking pictures of my car, my driver's license, my license plate?"
Okay, so and now, when you came up, did he appear to be intoxicated?
No, when he left, he didn't seem. He didn't seem like he was. I've dealt with a lot of customers. He didn't seem like he was. He was still able. His backpack was tied up to a chair, which was kind of weird. Untied his backpack, got his stuff. Was able to pay his bill. Didn't talk like he was. He talked angry, but he wasn't like
slurring his speech.
He wasn't slurring. He didn't sound like.
Okay. Now, at any point did you witness when you came from the liquor store into the bar? Because I've been to the place, and obviously it's connected.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you could go through the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a door from one business to the other. When you came around, did you see anyone have their hands around this individual's neck?
No.
At no time you just see nobody. So then, how was this guy Mike restraining this individual?
He grabbed him by his arms. He's a big guy. I mean, he used to play like college football and stuff. So.
Okay. So at no point he was grabbing him by the neck while he was hitting him. Okay. All right. And obviously, the first time I spoke to you and your father, because obviously when I first spoke to your father, he didn't know nothing about the incident until you started conversing with me, and then I guess someone through the grapevine had explained it to him. You know.
Well, because we did have the original police officer came by, asked questions. He's like, okay, no, he was like, listen, I checked the guy out. He didn't look injured at all.
Okay.
And then he's like this. He's like, the gentleman's. He's like, got some history behind him, and that's when he actually called. I know, because he's like, I'm gonna get Age's number, which I gave it to him. And he said, because I had it in, I got the number for him, whatever. I gave him the guy the number. And then, so he ended up calling. He called him, and he's like, I just want to tell him just to watch out for the guy. He's got, I guess, some issues with pulling guns out on people.
That's.
I don't know, but that's what it was told to them. But he is the original police officer did. So then everything was done.
Right. So, do you know? Well, I'm trying to find out some other things in regards to. So after the altercation and everyone split up, did he walk out of the bar in his own car?
Yeah. Went in his car, drove around in his car, was able to take pictures of everyone's license plates.
Okay. All right. Is there anything I didn't ask that you want to tell me?
I mean, that was the only thing I could think was that, he was more than capable to go, and he didn't go with any other person. So I don't know, like, what other witness would be. That's what I'm saying. Everyone was there. They're like, no, he came by himself.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Right. I mean, and that seems to be the case, but that's not. That doesn't mean that there wasn't a witness on the other side. That's so that, and the statement's already been taken in regards to that individual. So.
And I do think with him not doing anything, then getting an attorney involved. Mm-hmm. Personally, it does seem like this is something more of a money grab. It sounds like a.
And listen, and it could be, but that has no relevance to me, because what he decides to do after the fact has nothing to do with it. I'm investigating a battery, and I'm waiting to see how severe these injuries are, because apparently there are some injuries. And you're right, there is an attorney involved that I've been getting phone calls from, but that's for me to deal with on that side, and once we cross that bridge. But if you could pass my card to Mr. Lamar here, so that I could find out what's going on, and if you could reach out, because my understanding, Mike is no longer working.
No, he does not. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this has to do with also now this is like affecting more stuff in my business than. That's why, like, when this goes through, when the case goes through, I know once any money's gone after, malicious false police report now becomes a felony,
right.
And whatever I have to do to testify or press charges against this man, I will 100% do it.
I mean, that's, we got a long bridge to cross before we get to that. Is what I could prove and what I cannot. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so my whole thing is, like I said, if you could reach out to Mike and ask him to give me a call, because I would love to hear his side of the story, and if you could reach out to Age as well, because I've reached out to them and they've yet to reach out to me. And the truth of the matter, it doesn't look good if the person that was physically involved and the person that was assisting into separation as a whole, it does not look well.
Yeah.
Okay? And once again, I have one witness that's giving a complete different story that everyone here that's told me, because once again, every story that's come forward is after the fact. And I need to know during, not before, not after, or I need what happened prior to, the separation.
Yeah.
All right? All right, is there anything else?
No.
All right, well, that will now conclude this statement on the 13th of November. All right. Yeah, if you could get a hold of Mike and explain to him that I do need to speak to him.
The problem is he's not on very good terms with me. So.
Okay, then I don't highly recommend that you do, but I would kindly respect if you guys could find someone to reach out to him and just tell him to talk to me, because this all needs to go. And like this Lamar guy, I hate to have to go and show up to the place of business every day until I run into this guy Lamar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's pretty much what's going to happen. Because I explained to you and to your father, this case is not going anywhere. Not until I find out what exactly happened, who was involved, who's not involved, and my whole thing is like, and I've been having this issue on one side of the fence from the very beginning that I'm glad that you showed, because it's like people, who set up appointments with me and they don't show up, let alone call me, to tell me they're not even gonna show up. And it's like I put my schedule on hold. Like, this is important because this case is just getting bigger and bigger as every time I keep on turning the page. So if you could possibly relate it to whoever it needs to be related to for age, and to Mike to get in contact with me, it'll be probably in best interest of everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me get another one of your cards. I have one somewhere.
no problem.
That way I can give it to.